When the lights come up, the Dolphins fold and choke. Tua turns the ball over, but it's never his fault. It's everyone else's but Tua. Theory, fam, what's going on? I'm about to lose control. I'm about to go rated R right now. This team, these scumbags always get your hopes up. Don't worry, guys. It's Thanksgiving was what, 2 weeks ago? I still have some humble pie left over. If any of you need humble pie, I'm going to give you some humble pie right now. Theory fan, but before I keep giving you some humble pie here, hit like, hit subscribe. When you hit like and subscribe, it motivates me to keep doing these fun little rants, keeps Larry motivated to keep doing this channel. Come on, like and subscribe. After this miserable performance, you got to hit like and subscribe. That's the only way you can cheer me and Larry up. Now, before I begin, I was trying to write a little musical tone. I was trying to rap till I collapsed by Eminem, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I was gonna write a little jingle, but I can't rap for everything. Can't rap. Anyway, thoughts. Tua's a bum. Tua sucks. We're gonna go down. I'm gonna be honest. I did not watch the first half. I only caught like the end of the second half. Fortunately, I was late to work this morning. I was late to work by an hour because I slept in and I had to stay till 2. But I caught the end of the second half. Tua. I mean, what is there to say about this guy? When the lights come up, Tua folds and chokes because we can't beat winning teams with a record. Every winning team we play, we can't beat them. And you know the funny thing is, this game wasn't even played in the cold. You know, that's another thing. We suck in cold weather, but it wasn't even cold out. It was Houston. 80 degrees out there. 80 degrees out there, and we can't beat this team. Oh, the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans, Greg, they're not playing that good. We could easily beat them. We could beat them. Yeah, here's my humble pie to you. This team's a joke. You thought this game was easy? I said it. We were going to lose this game because we can't beat a team with a running record. If they had a below 500 record, this was a cakewalk. Tua sucks. He sucks. Here. Here's my Tua jersey. Yeah, you know what I got to say to that? You know what I got to say to this prick? You know what my hand's blocking the way. Here's what I got to say to this geek. Oh, yeah. That is a bum. Worthless sack of garbage is what this guy is. And us real fans, we are stuck with this guy. Ryan Tannehill 2.0, we're stuck with this clown. We are stuck with this clown. 4 turnovers today by this clown. A fumble and 3 picks. Or did we have I don't remember what there was a fumble. There was 10 points off turnover. 2 before the half. Just forces it to Tyreek. On the end of the game interception, he underthrows it to Tyreek. Granted, Tyreek Hill should have caught that ball. He had 2 hands on it, but what do you know? He lets the defender steals it from him. Tua's a bum, and we're stuck with this clown. Tua's not good. Let me tell you something else about Tua. I have 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. You all have 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. When we watch the games, we use our eyes and we use our ears. We don't use our mouth or our nose. Maybe when we, yelling about how bad this team is, right? We use our mouth. 2 eyes and 2 ears. I hope, I'm putting this out there. Any Dolphin creators out there, if you're going to do a film breakdown, bring me, because I was watching the game. My dad was telling me about it when I came home from work. I was noticing it too. Every freaking time, lined up in the shotgun. Tua, mostly half the time, probably every freaking play outside, probably 75% of the time, he was taking a half a step drop, 1 step, 2 step in the pocket. Keep this in mind. Armstead was out and Kendall Lamb was out. 2 tackles, right? Patrick Paul and some other jabroni came in. You have 2 hurt tackles. Can someone please explain to me, either Coach McGeek or Tua, one of you idiots please explain to me why Tua's taking a half to 1 step to a 2-step drop? Tua should have been taking at least 3 to 5 steps in the pocket. You saw that in the second half when he was starting to take some 3 to 5 steps in the pocket. He was hitting guys. He was finding the open receivers because the Texans, the zone, they have less time with the zone. I don't know what my dad was explaining it too, and I was like, oh, shit, I'm noticing this too. You see the Texans, when Tua was taking those 3 to 5 step drop, receivers were starting to get open. And then after the 3 to 5 step drop, we go back to the 1 to the 2 to step in the pocket. I don't know who's telling him to do that. Is it McGeek? Is it Tua? I don't know. Both of them are idiots. Tua sucks. I'm sick of this nonsense of beating the good teams. Beating the bad teams and then getting our ass handed to us by the good teams. And the funny thing is, we didn't even get blown out. That's the funny thing. We didn't even get blown out. Usually, when a team with a winning record, we get our ass kicked. We get our fucking ass handed to us. We didn't even get our ass kicked. We were still in the game, and then Tua's fucking throwing interceptions left and right. Sickening to watch. And us real fans have to put up with this nonsense. All the Tua geeks out there blaming Leon Eichenberg, blaming Christopher Greer, blaming Mike McGeek, blaming River Craycraft, blaming Tyreek Hill, blaming fucking the defense. I'm sick of all your fucking excuses. I'm done. I'm done with your fucking bullshit. And I'm sorry to cuss, Larry, but this is the nonsense we have to deal with. I'm fighting for justice. I'm going to be the one that brings the fan base back. Get rid of these Alabama honks, these Tua idiots. Get them out. And the Steelers, oh my God, they're going to fumble. Wow. I'm going to watch the Lions and the Bills game in my living room because we have to watch the Patriots, Cardinals, or the Steelers, Eagles in my area suck. We have to stream the game. But it's everyone else's fault but Tua. Can I ask a question to the Tua geeks? Is it Tyreek Hill's fault that Tua had 4 turnovers today? The fumble and the 3 picks? Could have been 2 picks. Is it Mike McGeek's fault? Is it Anthony Weaver and the defense's fault? Is it Leon Eichenberg's fault? No, it's not. If Tua's going to get the credit when he wins, he's getting all the blame for the loss. Fuck Tua Tagovailoa. Fuck him. Fuck you fans. You geeks. Fuck you all. It's Tua's fault. Whenever we lose, it's Tua's fault. When we win, it's Tua. Tua loses the game. I don't care what anyone says. Take your half step, 1 step, 2 step drop in the pocket. It's the only line I agree. Bad. Terrible. Christopher Greer. We know him. We know his famous quote by now. But when you have a terrible offense line, taking 1 to 2 to a half step in the pocket, you're not gonna have time to throw the ball. You take 3 to 5 steps, boom, you start hitting wide open guys. 1 to 2 steps, your O-line can't block. Tua taking a 1 step. 1 step in the pocket. By the time Tua is ready to throw the ball, O-line's in his face. He's got to run around. Try to make a play. Forces it when he doesn't need to. Sometimes Tua gets the ball out, and if he held onto the ball for a quick second, he's sacked. I hope we break the film down on the show Tuesday, because I'm going to call this garbage out. Now, enough with Tua. We know he sucks. We know he's the problem. We know we ain't winning nothing with this clown. We just know we're going to be bad teams. So we got to hope for next season, because you know Stephen Ross, this clown, he don't care about winning. He says he wants to win. He doesn't care about winning. He doesn't care. Why does Stephen Ross only cares about the money in his fucking pocket, that greedy motherfucker? And he only cares about the Michigan Wolverines. Get this fucking guy out of here. Magoo. Only cares about the money he's making. He doesn't care about winning. You guys are crazy if you believe this. Only the people that believe that garbage is these fucking fickle. You seals that. Oh, Stephen Ross, I want to win. And then you seals clap along. He doesn't care about winning. If he cared about winning, he would have kept Flores and fired Christopher. If he cared about winning, he would have brought a geek head coach in. If he was serious about winning, he would have got rid of this quarterback in year fucking 2. Guys, he doesn't care about winning. Or. That's all you seals out there. You eat this garbage up. Mike McGeek is not a head coach. It amazes me how people are starting to... Oh my God, the Steelers got a turnover on a punt. Wow, the Steelers... Man, I wish we had a team like that, not gonna lie. Wish we had a coach like Mike Tomlin, but oh wait, Mike Tomlin's too hip-hop. Get out of here with that garbage. Mike McGeek is not a head coach. He never was a head coach. I'm surprised we made the playoffs twice with that clown. Mike McGeek is so dumb. He's clueless. Wasting timeouts. We had to waste 2 timeouts in the 4th quarter. Those could have been useful at the final drive of the game. Wasting timeouts, doesn't get a play calls in on time, only thing he calls is bubble screens. He calls bubble screens to Jonnu, then he calls a bubble screen to 8-Chain, bubble screen to Tyreek, bubble screen to Waddle. Joke. Can't beat cover 2 shell or whatever they're talking about. Sick of this garbage. Get this guy out. Bring Flores home, bro. Bring Brian. Oh wait, we can't bring. We have a stupid. I forgot. He's suing Stephen Ross. My bad. But we should have kept Brian Flores. I wish we had Brian Flores back, dude. Brian Flores, if you're watching, I'll do whatever you want. I will come to your house, do whatever you want me to do. If you come back and coach the Dolphins, save us, Flores. Save us, Brian Flores. Get this clown out of here. Get rid and get Tua out of here too. Get rid of these 2 clowns. Christopher Greer needs to go too. I don't even need to touch on this bum. This guy mismanaged roster. We were at once the youngest team in the NFL. Now we're the oldest in the NFL. We bring in 50-year-old Jordan Poyer. We brought back 40-year-old Odell. And look, Odell got released. I knew that was... I took my victory lap on Twitter. I told you back in March, if you were on those Twitter spaces, we don't need another receiver. We're good. We don't need Odell. Odell's 40. If you want to draft a receiver, draft one in the draft. Looking back on it now, we should have drafted Brian Thomas Jr. instead of Chop. Would have had Brian Thomas Jr. as the third receiver. And you can get rid of Tyreek. We move Waddle to the 1, Thomas to the 2, or vice versa. Even though I was against drafting Brian Thomas Jr. at the time, I wanted an offensive lineman. But look at that. You bring in 50-year-old Odell. You cut him at 4 weeks ago in the season. You bring in Calais Campbell, who's 50 plus, 60 years old. He's like my dad's age, basically, but he's been our best defense player all year. I don't care what anyone says about Jalen Ramsey. You paid him when he didn't need to. You paid Tyreek when he didn't need to. I don't know who paid Tua. I think it's McGeek that went to the head man. Stephen Ross probably, did that with him. He did that with him, and then he paid Tua. I don't think it was Chris Greer that wanted to pay Tua. I think Chris Greer wanted to play him on the 5th option, which he should have. He's the GM. He makes the calls. I don't know why Greer's not making the final call on that decision. Why is McGee going up and, saying Daddy Ross pay Tua? If there's anything that needs to change, I'm telling you right now, if they're going to run it back next year, I'm not supporting that garbage. Now, I will watch the Dolphins because I love my team, but I will not support it. I already know we're not making the playoffs next year if we run it back. If we're making changes, what I hope happens, McGeek is fired, get rid of this clown, and Christopher Greer stays the GM. Again, I want both of them gone. I want all 3 of them gone. But if we're firing one and keeping the other, no. You fire McGeek and keep Christopher. I trust Christopher Greer a lot more than Mike McGeek and Tua Tagovailoa, if I'm being honest. I believe in Christopher Greer more than McGeek. Now, again, I want all 3 of them gone. I want them all gone. I'm on record saying this. I want all of them gone. But if we're going to fire one and keep the other, it's Christopher. I'm sorry. And I don't want to keep... If we're firing Christopher and keeping McDaniel, I'm going to lose my load. I'm going to lose it, dude. I'm sick and tired. This is not winning. Why do you think the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game in 25 plus years? Why do you think we fire the GM, Jeff Ireland, we keep force a new GM to come in and be what Cam Cameron? I don't freaking know the history because I didn't be a fan since 2008. We fire one, the coach, the new GM has to come and deal with the geek head coach or a dumb head coach. Then 3 years down the road, we fire the coach, the new GM picks the coach. And then we do the vice versa, then we fire the GM. Why do you think we haven't won in 20 plus years, dude? We keep doing the nonsensical BS. If Stephen Ross cared about winning, he would fire both these clowns instead of firing one and keeping the other. Now, I'll tell you this. Stephen Ross cares about winning. He would fire McGeek and let Christopher do whatever the fuck he wants. Get cut Tua. We have an out this year, guys. We have an out this year. People on Twitter are saying you can get rid of this guy in April or March, whatever they're talking about over there. We'll just have to eat a little dead cap, I think. I'm doing this off the top of my dome. I would have to go research this. You can cut him, and we can move on. I don't know who, even if we get rid of two, who's going to be the quarterback next year? Does anyone have a plan? We had a plan back in October. Tank. We had the option of tanking. Tank it for Shador, tank it for Cam 1. Guess what? We want to win against bad teams, win meaningless games. This is what you get. We have a terrible draft pick. No free agent quarterbacks. Who are you going to get? Who are you going to get as the quarterback? You're going to trade the house for Shador or Cam Ward? I would do that in a heartbeat. If we're going to trade up, get Cam Ward or Shador Sanders, I'll take that. I'll sign up that for a heartbeat. I'm okay with trading the future for a quarterback. Or do we just blow it down, right? Just tear this sucker down, get as many picks as we can, tank for a quarterback next year or the year after. Like, I mean, that's the option I want. Because we're going to give up the farm for this year. It sucks, man. Season's over. As it's clear as obvious, this is a 15-minute, probably even longer rant. Season's over. We need too many teams to lose. We need Denver to lose at least 3 games. We need the Colts to at least lose 2. We have to win out, which is tough. We have to play 2 cold weather games. To play the Niners, who still have playoff hopes, I guess you can say, but they're really out of it. Season's over. Sucks. Sucks, man. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Sucks to have geeks in the fan base, and then the real fans. Some of the real fans eat the geek shit up. It's just annoying. This is why we don't win. This is why we haven't won a playoff game in 25 years. You Seals, clap for this. Whatever Stephen Ross does, whatever Daddy Ross does, you clap like baby seals. So that way you can get in your special events with the team. You clap like seals, so you get your season tickets. Stop buying this garbage. Fuck Stephen Ross. Sick of his garbage, dude. Sick of it. Just give the team to your daughter at this point. I'm sure she can do a better job than he does. I mean, how much worse can she do? Honestly, how much worse could Stephen Ross's daughter do running this team than him? But Stephen Ross making too much money that he's pocketing in his pockets. Why would he sell? Why would he give the team to his daughter? He's making too much money. He's now making the money with the F1, the tennis, the World Cup. He's making all that money. He only cares about the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar. That's all he cares about, dude. He's not caring about winning. But you Seals think it. You fickle out there believe it. Where do we go from here? Hopefully up. Hopefully we tank next season. I'm hoping for that because if we run it back, I have really no hope for next year. If we run it back, I have no hope. If we tank, at least I'll have some hope. Sucks. Sucks to be at this, 22 years being alive, being a fan for at least like 10 plus years or whatever you want to say. Haven't seen this team win. I got to watch the Patriots. Had to watch them win 6 Super Bowls up here. But no, I chose the Dolphins and their loser mentality, bro. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. We're at 18 minutes, dude. Hopefully Tuesday can bring me some joy with LG Stick in the panel and Lucci, of course. We'll get more. I'm sure Lucci's going to go off. I'm sure Larry's going to go off. I'm sure I'm going to go even more off. I know Shake will have the good, bad, the ugly. Sure, he'll have some memes to cheer us all up. It's going to be a chaotic. I'm sure a lot of people will be coming over Tuesday night. It's going to be a chaotic night. I'm assuming. Yeah, it's gonna be a chaotic night. I'm excited for it. I don't have school on Tuesday. It's gonna be an exciting night. Maybe I'll learn how to rap by the time before Tuesday. Maybe I can learn how to rap till I collapse, and I can sing that for you guys on Tuesday till I collapse. But my version of the Dolphins, we'll see. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. 19 minutes. Holy crap! Hit like, subscribe. Come on, you got to do it. Larry needs some subs. I need some likes on this video. Give us some joy, guys, because our season's over. But I'm going to go watch some good football, unlike the team I root for. But yeah, we're on the next year. 25 years, no playoff win. We're already on the next year. I'm going to be starting to look at draft prospects, free agents we can get. And we'll start talking about that in next week because season's over, guys. Oh, but Greg, we still have a 0.5% of making the playoffs. Yeah, you eat that garbage, you Seal. Or, yeah, you eat that. I'm ending it here. Fins up. Hopefully next season will be better. I can't keep going on because I'll be here for half an hour. I gotta go. Bye. Hit like and subscribe. Fins up.